Hey guys, what is up? Today I come to you with my review of Hatsukoi Monster episode 4. And in this week's episode, the second half took a complete left turn. Like, it left me thinking, what the hell? Like, if they can do this, it's been building up. You can just expect what's to happen in later episodes. Even more crazier stuff is going to happen in this love gimmick series. Now, the beginning of the episode started with, basically it's a weekend, everybody's gonna chill, sleep in, and Kaho's the one that's woken up early because after her date with Kanade, she's still thinking on the kiss that had happened the day before. So we also have where Kanade's friends are coming to visit over to go play, and we all know amongst his friends is Kaz, the most mature but also normal looking for his age friend. And we all know that Kaz is that friend that is against Kaho and Kanade going out, and he clearly states that time and time again every time he meets up with Kaho. And he goes to explain to her, which is a point that I had to agree with, but also I had to agree with what Kanade said, is that you don't just jump into a relationship and expect to know a person, because if you don't set that ground basis, that groundwork, okay, there's no way that the relationship can work as you would like it to. There can be a lot of complications, and you jumping into a relationship is usually for just your benefit and not for the other person. That, I'm paraphrasing what he's saying. And then what Kanade said, he told Kaz that I don't really know overall what you were trying to say, but at the same time, whenever you're in a relationship with anybody, you get to know about the person. As the more your relationship grows with the person, the more you get to understand, the more you get to know them. You get to know their good parts and their bad parts. You know that person overall, so long as the relationship continues to grow. So it was 2 points that can very much link up with each other. At one part, you can't really jump into a relationship and not know about the person, but at the same time, you being in one allows you to know about that person more as the longer you stay within that relationship with the person, regardless if it's a friendship or you being boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, it does not matter. So both of them came up with very good points, and both of them being 10 years old, as sometimes Kanade, especially him, he has times where he shows a lot of maturity, and that sometimes that maturity can match up with how he looks physically, despite him being mentally a 10-year-old child, and his friend also being always the most mature one. Now, I have to get into the second half of this week's episode, because that's when everything just took a whole 180, 360, wherever you want to take it. Now, this episode, we have a new character by the name of Mayufu. She is a very pretty chick. She's the Coke bottle shape, very big breasts and everything. And most people would have said, oh, she's the dim-witted one. Just by looks alone, she looks like that character that's like, oh, I'm the pretty one and all of that stuff, and I'm going to possibly make fun of Kaho because she's such a washboard. But that's not really the case. Now, we hear where Kanade, he needs tutoring. He's only really good in math, and every other subject he completely sucks at. So he needs a tutor, and Mayufu is the person who takes up that job. And she also says that the only reason she's doing this is to get closer to Kanade's family. And we know that Kanade's family is really his father. That's all we know of. So she's trying to get close to Kanade's father. And now Kanade's father was washing laundry, and he could not find some pairs of his underwear. Now, Kaho is looking for the underwear, and she starts hearing sounds from Mayufu's room, and then she takes a peek in there, and then she sees her inhaling, like his underwear is in a plastic bag, and she's inhaling it, and she's like, she's getting a high from sniffing his clothing. And Kaho, she accidentally makes a sound, and then that's when the whole episode starts turning a total 180 or 360. This chick just turns around, and she has this crazed lady look on her face, and that's when she starts chasing Kaho throughout the entire house. It looked like some horror/comedy type of episode. Like, this chick was bent, she twisted her body, and then she's crawling on all fours, and then she's like upside the wall. And then there was a part where it was really funny. She was with a part where the bathroom somewhere around in the house, and then she sticks her head through the window and she's like, I see you. And then she's trying to get to Kaho, and Kaho's petrified, and then she stops moving and you think she's dead because she can't get through, or the window squished her head in, and then you hear a heartbeat, and then she comes back and she traps Kaho. And she's like, she's telling Kaho, saying that when you really like a person, you always want to be able to smell them, because the smell of the person that you like is somewhat comforting to them. And then at the same time, she's telling Kaho, saying that you have no right to tell me what I'm doing is wrong, because you're a pervert, you're going out with a child. So who are you to tell me that I'm trying to aim for to try to be the wife or girlfriend of someone else's father? You have no right to tell me I'm right or I'm wrong. So if you tell anybody what you saw today, there will be problems. But I mean, this chick is totally crazy. I don't know if she's going to continue being in this show, but like, I would suggest to Kaho to stay far away from her. You stay in your lane and I'll stay in my lane, and that's it. Because this chick speaks nothing but pure trouble, and she has some manipulative ways in trying to get across towards her love. Now, we also have where the end of the episode where they, Kaho does manage to get the underwear, and she thinks she got caught by Kanade for the underwear, but indeed he does not think of that. He bought that underwear for Mayufu, and used something that smelled that his father would wear so that she can do it, and it was in a way to help her with her love. So he is still innocent, he is still a child. Now, the end of the episode was kind of weird, because like, he brought Kaho to his room thinking that she's sick, and then we have where what's his name again, the guy that likes her, I kind of forgot his name at the moment, but he's the Shinohara. He's the one that likes her, and then he started hearing sounds from Kanade's room. It sounds like they're doing something in their room, and I'm like, wait, hold on, aren't you in 5th grade? And you start hearing sounds, and he's just there listening, and it just ends the episode off like that. And I was like, yo, this episode was just too much. Like, it was crazy before, but this episode just took the cake, and then it just makes me wonder next week's episode is possibly going to be even worse, or I don't know. This series is just something else, and I'm just enjoying every episode that has to come out. So, that being said, if you guys saw this week's episode of Hatsukoi Monster, do leave in the comment section below your opinions and thoughts on what you thought about this week's episode. The links are in the description box, so you guys can click that. And I'm Kenny Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye!